It's Week 13 of the 2024 season, and all eyes are on Drake May. After his last game, he's now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Pats and the Colts, just ahead on EA Sports.
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We thank you for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olsen, 3 months in the books. Partner, now it's December. It's the best month of the NFL season because the games get more important as the weather gets a little bit colder.
And this is where you find out who the real teams are and who the pretenders are. Do you find yourself not only in the playoff conversation, but can you now play good enough ball down the stretch to not only be in the conversation, but actually find yourself in the postseason?
Stage is set. Ball is on the tee. And off we go on EA Sports. He'll start at the 4. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Indianapolis led out by their quarterback, Anthony Richardson. The number 4 overall pick in 2023. Had some highlight moments, but injured most of the year. Greg now in his 2nd year in the NFL out of Florida.
Last week's performance, Mike, probably when you go back and look at it, the thing that stands out the most is just a little bit too inconsistent for their liking. I mean, he found a way to ultimately lead his team to a victory, and that's the biggest thing. With that said, he has to do a better job of keeping the ball from getting into the wrong hands. He got too careless at times, and they made him pay for it. If he does that here today, he might not get so lucky.
On 2nd down, Richardson. He's got the big man, Mo Alley-Cox. Here now, 3rd and 5. Out of shotgun, Richardson. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. The Colts about set to punt. And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The Patriots have a rookie quarterback. It is Drake May. Long past the Tom Brady era, it is May who is now the guy in Foxborough. Out of North Carolina, Greg, the 3rd pick in this past year's draft.
Coming off a loss last time out, I think the number 1 goal today, Mike, is he needs to make a bigger impact on the outcome of today's game. Last week, he was not bad by any stretch of the imagination, but it was really just a modest performance. He was okay. Well, okay at the quarterback position is not a winning formula week in and week out in the NFL. They need him to be a difference maker. They need him to be a dynamic playmaker. He's capable of all those things, and if we can get that level of play out of him today, I think they can expect a different result than last week.
Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. The motion man here is Bourne. Throwing on 3rd down is May. Open man is Douglas. It's complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this 1st and 10. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
At this level, you just would expect a little bit better execution and accuracy on those intermediate throws. I think he had an opportunity there for a nice pickup. Off target, off rhythm, and ends up getting away from him.
And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the 1st down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. 3rd and a yard. They'll try to run for this. It's Stevenson. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. They're going to mark him short, and it is going to be 4th down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on 3rd and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up 4th down.
And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And this is the danger of trying these long field goals. Remember, Mike, if you miss, the other team gets the ball at the spot of the kick. So it's going to end up setting them up for great field position as they start this next drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. On play action, Richardson. That's complete. Jonathan Taylor out of the backfield. And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain. A 2nd down throw for Richardson. He's got a receiver. That's Michael Pittman.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike, how well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard it.
Trying to drive his way forward. I think he is short, and he is. That means 4th down coming up.
So often in these short yardage defensive situations, Mike, you just have to sell out and play the tendencies. In this case, they knew a run was coming. They stop it short for no gain. Brings up 4th down.
They'll go. Richardson. Coming open is Pierce. It's on target. And he is going to have a Colts 1st down. They'll get the conversion. It's a gain of 14. Off the play fake, it's Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. Take a look here at those receiving numbers from his game a week ago. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. From the gun, Richardson. Jabril Peppers in coverage. Able to knock that one away. From the gun on 3rd down. Oh, in trouble. Down he goes.
When you can win so fast as an edge rusher, you put so much pressure on the quarterback to speed everything up. He can sense that pressure coming either from his front or back side. It either speeds up and leads to an errant throw, or in this case, it leads to a sack.
His kick is good. And the Colts are out to an early 3-0 lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Patriots offense ready for their 2nd possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. They'll go again here with Stevenson. And they'll stop it. At least it's an improvement over the last play. They're not losing yardage, but they didn't gain any here. And now it's going to be 3rd down. From out of the gun, here's May. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This has the makings of a really good young tandem in New England. I mean, May, the rookie quarterback, 1st-round pick. Douglas, only in his 2nd year, Mike. So the Patriots' hopes are high that these two can not only grow together, they can continue to fit in some pieces around them and really try to improve this offense.
On 1st and 10, here's May. And they're going to get to him and take him down, taken back to the other side of midfield.
At some point, you would just like to see that internal clock start to speed up. The longer the play goes on, the more vulnerable you become as the quarterback. Get rid of the ball, but no matter what, you have to...
This is intercepted. And the Colts will have great field position right around midfield.
So often it just comes down to decision-making, and while you understand there's going to be ups and downs and ebbs and flows anytime you're dealing with a young rookie quarterback, the reality is he wants to play well here at home. Maybe he's pressing a little bit, but he wants his fans at his home crowd to be behind him and support him. That's going to come. That's going to be all in due time. But here today, he's got to worry about just play well and execute at the quarterback position. Everything else will take care of itself.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. In motion comes Pittman. Using the jet sweep for the fake, they run it up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Throwing is Richardson. That one broken up. It's incomplete. All over him down the field. It'll set up 3rd down. Looking to throw. Richardson. He'll check this one down to Taylor. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the 1st down mark. Here's Rigoberto Sanchez now. He's on for the 2nd time. They'll try to get something inside the 10. This one angles out of bounds, and the mark comes inside the 15-yard line. The Patriots offense ready to take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. Has completed to Douglas. And he's going to be taken down up around the 24-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's Gibson. And he'll bring this to about the 25. Zaire Franklin that time, there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 9. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A carry now for Gibson. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
No gain on the play. It's 4th down.
So just a lone field goal in the 1st quarter of play. It's the Colts out to the early lead. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. On 4th down, Bryce Beringer out to punt for New England. Anthony Gould deep for Indy. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Colts offense and Anthony Richardson getting ready for their next drive. And his numbers this season, eye-popping in a lot of categories. Let's just show you one. He is the NFL leader in rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And this is going to be a Colts first down. The tackle's made at about the 38-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And they're going to get him down this time. Not as easy as the last carry. This time they drop him behind the line of scrimmage. Second down. Here's Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. Great work there defensively, Mike. You can tell they were onto that one from the start. They're able to hold him to a short gain on the keeper and force the fourth down.
Here's the punter now, as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. That's going to be out of bounds, no return. And the drive's going to start just inside the 20-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Now, May. That one taken in by Douglas. And he'll be taken down up around the 32-yard line.
These curl routes, he's been running these routes since he was a young kid in Pop Warner football, and I like to call it pulling the string. You've got the defender thinking you're going downfield, and you stick that foot in the ground, work back to the quarterback, friendly to the ball, and really nice job picking up the first down.
Second down and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw now, May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. Already closing in on 100 yards receiving in the first half. That one picks up a first down.
Zone route running, Mike, is very simple. Once you come off the line of scrimmage after the ball is snapped and you know it's zone coverage, as long as it's sort of in the area the quarterback expects you to be, my rule was just run where they're not. And when he throws it, catch it.
And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot and see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
And drawing some oohs and ahs from the crowd, sidestepping his way. Nifty gain of 9 there.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
Now Gibson. And he'll take this one forward for about 3, and that's a first down. Here's May. Here's a check down. Gibson out of the backfield. And he will score. Antonio Gibson. Touchdown, Patriots. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
So often these defenses come into the game, Mike, and when they build their pass defense plan, there's tight ends, there's receivers, there's so many weapons that these offenses around the league have at their disposal. It can be easy sometimes to not account for the running back out of the backfield, and that's exactly what happened here. Easy throw, get it into the hands of one of the most dynamic guys on the field, and let them do the rest after the catch, and he takes it in for a touchdown.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Colts offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And this defense has to be searching for answers right now. It's been his ability to make plays on the ground here in the first half that has really given them fits. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Zone read, it's a give to Taylor. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Anthony Richardson. I mean, it's not hard to see why they want to get the ball in his hands as often as possible, both as a passer, but when you can get him as a designed runner, his size and speed, he is a handful for defenses.
And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker. Here's 2nd and 2. They'll go play action. It's Richardson. For the sideline, taken in by Pittman. His 50th reception. This crowd hoping for a challenge, and they're going to get their wish. The red flag is on the field. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. And this one is caught by Pierce.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
Here's Taylor. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
2nd down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
And he tries to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not happen here. He's going to lose a yard.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss. It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
To the goal line and in. Allen Pierce. Touchdown, Colts. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Colts are on top. It's now 10-7. So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. The number 3 overall selection, Drake May, headed out for the next Pats possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. On the give, this is Stevenson. He'll inch forward for maybe a yard. He's tackled there by Quiddy Pay. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. We're back to Foxborough after this. Here's 2nd and 9. Throwing now is May. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. To throw is May. He's got Douglas going deep.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Fair catch called and made right there at the 25-yard line. Here's the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over once more. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, Richardson. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10. Richardson gonna look to this one, intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
Well, with this guy might lose a little bit, Mike, as he gets long in the tooth. He certainly makes up for it in experience. You're not going to be able to do a lot of things to trick him on the back end. He reads this play right from the jump, makes a great break on the ball, and if that ball hits his hands more times than not, it's going to be a takeaway.
The Patriots offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll start with a golden opportunity here to move out in front. Great field position to start out. It's 1st and 10. May gonna look to throw. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
The key to good route running, Mike, is deceiving the man covering you into thinking you're doing one thing, and then you change it and do the other. And in this case, he had the defender thinking this was a vertical downfield route. And then next thing you know, he gets to his break point, he breaks in, and that ball's put right on the money for a big pickup.
The motion man here is Bourne. To throw on 1st down is May. He's going to keep it himself. And the Patriots are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. A gain there of 13 yards. So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. That's to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked.
And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front, and he's in. Ramondre Stevenson, touchdown New England. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score, and Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike, and it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the 1st half. And the kickoff's coming their way. Anthony Gould now to return. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Colts offense going to take over just before the half. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Off he goes. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Richardson to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, Richardson. Checking it down, this one is caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. This a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And they are not able to draw closer. So we've come to halftime here in Foxborough with the Patriots on top. As we get you down to Florida, Orlando specifically, it's where the coach is. Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. Jared Goff leading the way there as the win gets his guys back to 500 on the year. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And they were losers in that one to the visiting New York Giants. Devin Singletary, a touchdown run in the victory. Finally, let's get right to the center of the U.S. map and check in on the Chiefs at home in Kansas City. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Raiders. Patrick Mahomes leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We saw a solid first half from the Oklahoma man, Ramondre Stevenson. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead.
Coach, thank you. Both teams trying to find the right formula to come out on top in this second half. Coming up. A return now from the 4. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Patriots offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. From out of the gun, here's May. Downfield, he's got Bourne. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Stevenson. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On the ground, Gibson. And the defense right on that. I don't know if keeping would have done any better. No gain on that one. It is 3rd and 10.
It's 3rd and 10.
Throwing is May. And they're going to get to him and take him down. Taken back to the other side of midfield.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
And the Patriots ready to kick it away. And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The Colts offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go. And he's turned a number of those into big plays.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down. Now it's Richardson. He'll keep it. It's a pickup of 13 yards. That's good for a Colts 1st down.
This defense has had their share of troubles trying to contain this quarterback today, Mike. This time they go to the zone read. The defender goes after the running back, and the quarterback pulls it, keeps it himself, and has a huge gain for a 1st down.
They'll run on 1st down with Taylor. Give them 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a 1st down.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down. On play action, Richardson. The open man is the tight end, Granson. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Throwing is Richardson. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. And that is going to set up an interesting 4th down decision. Matt Gay coming on for this field goal try. That one is good. And the Colts are back within a point. It's 14-13.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The home team's offense make their way out to take over once more. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's May. Pass completed to Douglas. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
Well, any fear they might have had that they'd come out of the halftime break flat has completely gone out the window. They're not content, Mike, here, just having the lead. They're looking to extend it. A couple more plays like that, they're going to find themselves in scoring territory here very quickly. So the hope is when you call these underneath drag routes, you're trying to have your tight end come out the backside of the defense in space. So when you put the ball on him early, it leads to big yards after the catch. In this case, they don't...
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down.
Nice job bouncing back there on 2nd down. 1st down, they gave up way too many yards and put them in 2nd and short. But now they can gain some of that back with that sack and brings up 3rd and medium, and the likelihood of getting off the field just went up.
Here's a 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, it's May. He's got his big tight end, Henry. The 1st-round pick looking right at home in this offense. It's a 1st down.
When you're running a crossing route versus man coverage, you understand that there's going to be nobody waiting for you on the far side of the field. So if you can create separation on your man defender and separate away, there's a lot of green grass, and that's where the quarterback went with the ball.
Delay of game, offense. Still 1st down.
Operating from the shotgun, it's May. There's that man again, another catch. They face 2nd down and 7. They'll run here with Gibson. And he'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to 3rd down.
That's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now, May. He'll find his tight end. That's Henry. And he's going to have the 1st down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Stevenson. And that'll be a pickup of 3. 2nd and 7. Here's May. A hit, and he has lost the football. The Colts have got it. Oh, big hole left side. And he rumbles fumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. And a big turn of events there. This defense trying to hold off the opposition now takes the lead, Greg, by taking it to the end zone.
Yeah, and it seems like week in and week out, Mike, in this league, there's one or two plays that determine the outcome of a game. And I get the sense here in the second half, that game-changing scoop and score by this defense could very well be that play.
Here's Richardson. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful two-point conversion.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up two fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
So, after the touchdown, here's Gay to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has had all sorts of trouble in this one. Your quarterback has to take care of the ball, and he has not. Turning it over in the air, turning it over as a fumbler. You just cannot win football games in this league when the quarterback's giving the defense the ball. And that's what he's done in this one. They'll begin with a zone read. And nothing cooking on that one. He'll be met and tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on third down. To throw now, May. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. Here's Jonathan Taylor and the Colts offense heading back for their next possession. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Downs goes in motion. They fake the jet sweep and will hand it up the middle. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Here's Richardson. Able to find Pittman. It's complete. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set of downs. He picked up the first down.
It's a gain of 6. And the Colts first down.
So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So it'll be 1st and 10. They'll scrimmage at the 33. Throwing, Richardson. Again, they target Pittman. He's got another catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Here's Richardson. Going to keep this himself. He's going nowhere. Going to lose yardage on that play.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground? At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge 1st down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, The balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll run here with Hill. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll get this close to a 1st down. It's about 7, maybe a yard short of the 1st down. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. He's going to keep this again. And he's not going to get the 1st down. Met and brought down in the backfield on 3rd and short. They do not get it done.
Clearly the play caller here is thinking that the defense is going to be completely zoned in on stopping the running back, thinking he can catch them off guard with the quarterback keep. The defense was prepared for both guys, and they now force 4th down.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The home team's offense getting set to get back to work. And, look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back and in some of these coverage units when you know that ball's got to come out fast. And right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Gibson. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Remember this one thing, Mike. It is not how well or how often you run the ball in the NFL. It's when do you run the ball well in the NFL. And I think that's what a lot of these offensive play callers are starting to realize. Can you run the ball well in critical moments of the game? More important than how many gross yards you run for.
Play clock down to 0. That's going to be a
Delay
delay.
game, offense. Still 1st down.
They'll run. Stevenson. He'll get maybe 4 there. It'll bring up 2nd and long. Now Gibson. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing in and dropping him for a loss. They need one right now. 3rd and long. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Quiddy Pay bursting through to bring him down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
Patriots ready for the punt. They'll be forced to punt, trailing here in the 4th quarter. But he cannot get away. Great job down there to hold him to a short return. The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll start this on the ground. It's Taylor. And he is planted in the backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. Out of shotgun, Richardson. Oh, they got the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Christian Gonzalez. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown. The offense trying to extend the lead, but the defense, not only the takeaway, but Greg, the pick six, and they can tie this thing up.
Yeah, and this game has been in the balance the entire way, and now for this defense to come up with this pick six, they've got a decision to make now, finding themselves down by 1 here in the second half.
The kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the fourth quarter. All even. Fourth quarter, everything we've wanted. What's in store in the remaining time? And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to take over once again. This one tight throughout, all level at 21, as they'll search for a go-ahead score. On first down, it's Richardson. And that one knocked away. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
A second down throw for Richardson. That one into the hands of Downs. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line.
Now, this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And that's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead. Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up third down. Richardson. That's the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox.
Nice job here by the defense. They understood this quarterback is looking to push this ball downfield, past the line to gain, and he's got no choice but to check it down short to the tight end, rally tackle, and brings up fourth down.
The Patriots offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been successful. He just processes things so quickly, making the right read seemingly every time. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe gets a yard out of that one. It's second down.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23.
Throwing now is May. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
9 yards to go.
May going to look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's just so hard to be a good offense in the NFL, Mike, when you are not good on third down. Your inability to extend drives, it either puts a lot of pressure on your coaches to be aggressive on fourth down or simply punt or take a field goal. You have to maintain possession and give you more cracks to score touchdowns.
And he's going to be brought down after a short return. And that's where his team will get possession of the football. The Colts offense ready to take over possession of the football. We're all even, fourth quarter, so every drive so important at this stage. And they'll start with 1st and 10.
Well defended there, and the quarterback's trying to attack this defense outside the numbers. Those really wide angle throws near the sideline sometimes can be very hard to defend, so Give a lot of credit to this secondary. They were all on the same page, and the ball falls incomplete.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Off the zone read, this is Richardson. And he is going to have a Colts first down. Maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
Sometimes, Mike, the best plan is also the simplest plan. And for this team, just snap the ball to your quarterback, let him find some daylight, and go get that first down himself.
He'll decide to keep this once more. And a nice run there. He'll be stopped just shy of a first down. A pickup of 9.
You know, Mike, early in my time in Carolina, we were kind of on the forefront of this NFL zone read revolution. Cam Newton, one of the best to ever do it. I have seen up close and personal, when you run the zone read the right way, it is a nightmare for a defense to defend.
A throw on the move is caught.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. And they'll get together prior to this second down play. Here's Taylor. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. They'll go with Taylor. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up. So out comes Matt Gay in a big spot. This to grab a late lead. This kick is good. They move out front and take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Final minute, no timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. And they'll take this down inside the 35. They'll drop to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll run with Stevenson. And they're going to bring him down, but there is a penalty marker on the field.
Holding offense.
Here's 2nd down. From out of the gun, here's May. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. So, here's the kicker, Joey Sly in a pressure spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. So now, a big spot coming here. This one he's got to have. He banged this one, and he's got it. Gets it from long distance. They have tied things up here in the final minute. So, not much time remaining to get something started. All tied here, late 4th as the kickoff comes. This is 1st and 10. From the gun, Richardson. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. They'll get 11 there, and that's a quick first down. Richardson to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Now on 2nd and long. Throwing is Richardson. Here's a deep shot for Pierce. And that's going to be incomplete. They took one last chance here in regulation. It does not pan out, and we are headed to overtime. So, overtime coming up. Not a playoff game, so a quick reminder of the rules. Each team gets one possession unless the opening possession is a touchdown. Then it's game over. Any defensive score ends the game. Each team gets a couple of timeouts, and all replays come from upstairs. If the first OT ends in a tie, so does the game. Four quarters could not determine a winner. We get back underway here in overtime. Here's Gould on the return. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The Colts offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start with Taylor. And a minimal gain here, only to about the 31. Here's a 2nd and 9. Now a first throw here in overtime. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Now Richardson. He'll try and get there on the ground. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a 1st down.
Anytime the quarterback has the ability to extend the play with his legs, it just puts so much pressure on the defense. Here you are thinking you have all the routes manned up, there's nowhere to go with the ball, and next thing you know, he breaks the pocket, and he's able to pick up the 1st down.
2nd down and 8. Richardson will give it to Taylor. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And the running back's going to get all the stats and all the glory, but make no mistake about it, Mike, that was a great team effort on that run play. Everyone executing their blocking assignments to perfection. He's able to pick up a nice gain and fresh set of downs.
On 1st down, they'll stay with Taylor on the ground. And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. Throwing on 2nd down, Richardson. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down. On play action, Richardson. This one intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde.
So as this game's gone on, Mike, this secondary is just continuing to learn, continuing to remember all the different looks this offense has thrown at them. And now it all pays off. Start of overtime, they see one that they recognize, and they jump it, and now they set up their team with a chance to win it here in overtime.
This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Stevenson. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Working out of the gun, it's May. And that is incomplete. but there is a flag down into the
Personal
play,
foul. Roughing
back
the
by
passer.
the quarterback. Let's see. Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. It's the tight end Henry in motion. Off the play fake, here's May. He's found his receiver, Butte. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Here's 2nd and 3 to go.
At the 42-yard line.
A carry now for Gibson. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard. Here's a 3rd down and 4. To throw is May. Will set up the screen for Gibson. And that screen slow to develop, and they rally to the ball and stop him. That will be no gain on the screen. We're about ready now for the punt. And he's on for a big one here in overtime. Here's the Indianapolis offense. Now as they get set to take over once more, they'll begin with 1st and 10. Downs goes in motion. They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. Two minutes to go here in overtime. Greg and I back to search for a winner after this. They go right back to Taylor. And nothing on that one, back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Got to get it to the 30. Here comes 3rd down. Looking to throw, Richardson. He gets this one complete to Pittman. And he's going to go all the way to win it here in overtime. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
So this one, a win for the visiting Colts. They had to work for this one. All even through 4 quarters, able to get the breakthrough in overtime to come away with a victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.